Today, we're diving into a story that absolutely rocked one of the world's biggest football clubs. But this is about way more than just a player transfer. It's a story about a coach's faith, a young star's shocking decision, and a price tag that raises huge questions about loyalty, money, and yeah, the very soul of FC Barcelona.
And we're going to start not with a news headline, but with pure, raw emotion. This is Hansi Flick, Barcelona's manager. And you can just see how agitated he is in this press conference. He's talking about a player who's about to walk out the door, and his words are just dripping with disappointment. So what on earth could provoke a reaction like this?
Well, it's because this wasn't just any academy player leaving. You got to understand Flick felt personally invested in this kid. He had personally handpicked this 18-year-old prodigy, João Fernandes, because he saw something truly special in him. He gave him confidence, he believed in him, and he wanted to be the guy to help him grow.
As one fan on Reddit put it, Flick probably feels like he's just been slapped in the face. And when you look at this timeline, you can see why, right? Flick yanks João straight from the youth team, fast-tracking him over other talented players. He gives him a first-team debut, gets him playing in senior matches, and then, just like that, it's over. So, we've got a coach who clearly feels betrayed. But what actually happened? With the emotional stage set, let's get into the cold, hard number that triggered this entire shockwave. 6 million euros. Now, in the crazy world of modern football, that is a shockingly low price for a player who's considered one of the brightest prospects from the world's most famous academy. So how is that even possible? Well, the answer is buried in the fine print of his contract. Turns out, young João Fernandes had a release clause of just 6 million euros. You can think of it like a contractual escape hatch. And his new club, which is reportedly Paris Saint-Germain, was more than happy to pay it, leaving Barcelona completely powerless to stop him. And the fans were, as you can imagine, absolutely stunned. People were asking, how could the club let a potential superstar, someone the coach himself clearly rated so highly, just walk away for what is basically a bargain? For many, it felt like a massive, massive mistake. But here's the thing. This story isn't just about one player leaving. It's about a crack that seems to be appearing in the very foundation of FC Barcelona's identity, its legendary youth academy, La Masia. You see, La Masia is so much more than just a school. It's the soul of the club. It's this incredible talent factory that has produced some of the greatest players in the history of the sport, building a legacy of homegrown heroes. But for every recent success story, like a Lamine Yamal or a Pau Cubarsí, who break through and become heroes at the club, there are others who see a different path. They decide to seek their fortunes somewhere else. And that creates this constant dilemma for Barcelona.
And of course, the fans are torn. Some see a cautionary tale here. They're comparing João to Alex Mariba, another top prospect who left for a bigger contract only to see his career kind of stall. But then others point to Xavi Simons, who also left La Masia for PSG and is now absolutely thriving. It's a huge, high-stakes gamble these young players are making.
So you might be asking yourself, why couldn't Barcelona just lock him down with a better contract? And this is where we get to the hidden force that's driving this whole drama. The club's really delicate financial situation, which ties their hands in ways other clubs just don't have to worry about.
So why was that release clause so low in the first place? Well, it's a bit of a tricky situation. Under Spanish law, the club couldn't actually sign João to a long-term professional contract with a massive buyout clause until he turned 18. He turned 18 on January 12th. Just 4 days later, he announced he was leaving, before they could even finalize a new deal. The timing is just wild. And this table really shows you the tightrope the club is walking. I mean, look at this. Their finances are improving, sure, but the margins are razor thin. An operating profit of just 2 million euros on nearly $1 billion in income, while they're still carrying almost $500 million in debt? This financial fragility means they simply can't risk offering massive, unproven contracts to teenagers. It leaves them totally vulnerable. And you know what? This isn't just a Barcelona problem. New financial fair play rules are coming into effect across Europe that are going to limit spending even more. It's forcing all the top clubs to be a lot more careful, which makes promising a teenager huge money an increasingly risky bet for everyone. So it's no surprise that many fans just aren't buying the player's excuse that he wanted more playing time. I mean, his rumored destination is PSG, a team that is absolutely stacked with global superstars. So for a lot of people, it just points to the oldest motivator in pro sports, a bigger paycheck. And all of this, the coach's frustration, the contract loopholes, the tight finances, it brings us right to the heart of the matter.
What we're really watching here is a fundamental clash between the romantic ideal of club loyalty and the cold, hard reality of a global business worth billions of dollars. This whole saga is really a perfect storm of competing interests, isn't it? You've got the coach's personal belief in a player, the player's own ambition, the club's historic identity, the agent's network, and this overarching financial pressure all colliding at the exact same time. Oh, and here's another crucial little detail. Drazi agent, a guy named Ivan de la Peña, also happens to represent Luis Enrique, who is the manager of his reported new club, PSG. This connection just highlights the powerful and, let's be honest, often conflicting network of agents operating behind the scenes in modern football.
And in the end, it all just comes back to the coach's simple, passionate plea. He isn't asking for the impossible. He just wants players who are all in, players who believe in the badge on the front of the shirt more than the balance sheet.
And that's really the core question this whole story leaves us with. Is it fair to ask an 18-year-old to turn down life-changing money for the promise of glory? In a world where talent is a global commodity and careers are brutally short, is club loyalty just an outdated ideal? It's a drama that's playing out not just at FC Barcelona, but across the entire landscape of modern sport. And there are no easy answers.